We are going to try something a little bit different here today. Um, so, we're going to use the video as opposed to me typing it all out, since I got this new high-tech phone. And I'm going to incorporate both the tarot readings that I do for the week, or the moon phase, whatever, and the weekly horoscope for Path of Spirit page. That's on Facebook, and that's also on my website at pathofspirit.weebly.com. Alright, so we have a lot going on this week, especially in the universe. We have Saturn going into retrograde here on Monday. Saturn goes into retrograde, and the way I see Saturn, if you follow the Afro Queen, it is tough love. That's what it is. That's what it always told me, or that's how I've always felt about it. It's tough love. To the point. It's going to maybe bite you in the ass, but hey, you got to learn one way, and you know what? Sometimes it's best to learn the hard way. Saturn is also a very, good energy to be around. It's also a very intimate energy at times. It's a very, whenever I've ever dealt with Saturn energy, okay, it has been an energy that is the strong, independent mother energy, because it's female energy. Okay, at least in the Kabbalah and the Tree of Life it is. But anyways, and when I do this, as you all know, I don't go by what the books say and what this does. I go by with how I've experienced these energies, how I've dealt with these energies, because everyone's experience is going to be different. Okay, so when I see Saturn going into retrograde, I'm like, okay, tough love time. We're going to get to the point. It's going to be really big. It's going to be dynamic. Alright? We also have the Sun. And I have this all in my planner here. Okay, so when I'm looking over here, I'm looking at my planner. I also have my keywords here, because sometimes I forget. Keywords. Especially when I'm just talking to the screen here. But anyways, we also have the moon going into Gemini, which is air, the intellect, the mind, that sort of thing. And then we also have the Sun going into Pisces. Okay, that's a lot in one day on a Monday, especially since no one likes Mondays. There's just something about a Monday that no one likes, But that's a lot for a Monday. You can expect heightened emotions, fiery heightened emotions, dynamic heightened fiery emotions with that Sun in Pisces. And then really communicating what the mind and the heart have to say with the moon in Gemini. Okay, that's also mutable air, right? That's swirling around all over the place. We're going to stay in Gemini now until at least the 20th, when the moon will enter into Cancer. And there it is. There is more emotion. So be prepared. Be prepared for an emotional week. Be prepared to be dealing with water. Water in its source. Root of the powers of water, people. Water, emotion, feeling, intuition, using it as a strength and not a crutch, and not a broken record. Really saying what you need to say once, getting your point across, and then letting go. Catch and motherfucking release. Okay, that's what it all is about. That's where it needs to be. That's how we need to be really addressing our emotions. And that's what these next 3 days are really going to be about. Not see here. Really, it's kind of like, girls that sit out at the at their slumber party, and they're painting their nails and their toenails and saying, well, I feel, or, whatever, doing a girls talk kind of thing. There it is. That's what it is. Okay? And as we continue on into this week, we remain in Cancer from the 21st until the 23rd, when we move straight into fire, people. We move right into Leo, and then the 23rd, we get knocked on our ass with a retrograde. Okay, with Mercury going into retrograde. It happens every year, I think. And it's pretty big. That is the wrench in the gears. Okay, that is the big wrench in the gears, and we are gonna stay in fire in Leo from all the way until, okay, it's just a day later, until the 24th. So we're dealing with a lot of energies here. We're dealing with a lot of fire, a lot of water, which, by the way, fire and water are the two alchemical um, elements of creation. Okay, so we have a lot being creative here. We have creative energy coming in here. We have emotional energy. We have the mind, using body, mind, and spirit to create something. When we, as witches, we cast our circle, okay, that's what we are doing. We're using body, mind, and spirit and the elements and bringing it in to create something. Okay, that's how this is working out here. This is where this is all playing into. Okay, I'm gonna start pulling some cards here and see what they have to say. There it is. There it is. Wow. And I'm pulling 5. And as I'm looking at these, I'm in. Oh, they want me to pull 6. Okay, so I pulled 6. I didn't even mean to pull 6. I just pulled 6. Okay, so apparently they want me to have a 6th card out there. And it's actually kind of funny because the first card I pull for Monday is the Lover's card reversed. Now, if you look at it this way, this is Gemini. This is the major arcana card for Gemini, and we are beginning this week with the major arcana, and we're going to be ending this week with the major arcana here. Okay, we have the Lovers. Okay, this is integration of higher and lower energies. All right, it may not feel like a good integration for you in this week to come. That's fine, let it be. But don't be afraid of things. Don't be afraid to really speak your mind. Don't be afraid to go to the universe with what you have to say. Don't be afraid to say, you know what, God, this sucks, but I know there's a plan for it. I know there's some reasoning behind this. I know that you have God, Goddess, Buddha, whatever you call him, or her, or whatever. There's a lot going on here. When I look at the next card, we have 6 of Cups reversed. Emotions are going to be haywire, just like I said, with Tuesday going into, or excuse me, Wednesday going into Cancer. Okay, there's gonna be a lot going on here. This is not energy about an upset. No, 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 no. This is not mediation with others, people. A little bit more that we're looking at here is mediation with one's self. So that's what the 6 is. The number 6 in numerology is exactly that. Mediation with oneself. Okay, and it's reversal. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about integrating the higher and lower energies. Okay? Not being blind to the future. And mediating with ourself. Now, I look at the next one, 9 of Swords. I mean, it's not a happy card. Alright? It's not happy. But, hey, some of these things that we're going to be dealing with and going through are not the easiest. The they're not the easiest. They're going to make us sad. They're going to be very hard. No one wants to deal with the hard, but you have to. It's all part of cycles, which is what number 9 means. Cycles about to come to an end, or about to start again, those types of things. The last chapter before the final chapter of the book. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8 of Wands. All right, it's reversed. Arrows of jealousy, internal dispute, quarrels, stings of the conscience. That's where we're at right here. Okay, the first 4 cards are all about one's self. One's self of dealing with those things. Understanding. And the other thing about the 8 is it's a time. 8 of Wands is it's a time card. It's upside down. It ain't going to be quick and over and deal with in a hurry, no matter how short you try and make it. Okay? Finally, we move to a Queen of Pentacles and the Magician reversed. Okay? And I need my keywords for this one, because wow. I just want to get right to the point here on this. That's what they want to do. And this is moving towards the end of the week, right around near the retrograde. But you're going to feel a lot of nurturing energy. Even while there is a wrench in the gears. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, she is water in the land of earth. She is nurturing. She is effervescent, growing, nurturing, Mother Earth, those types of things. I mean, that is right there. That is what this is all about, folks. Alright? You don't get closer to a nurturing energy like that. Water in the land of earth, emotions, feelings, understandings and awareness. Alright? It is all very dynamic here. It is all very dynamic. Alright? Don't be afraid of these things. Understand them, know them, and be awares. Finally, we move towards the Magician. The Magician is the card of the tools. He knows, he's got the tools, he knows what he needs to do, but it's reversed. Alright? It's reversed. There's going to be, you're going to feel unaware. After all of this emotional crap, after all of this upset, after all of this blah blah blah, right? You're going to feel, we're all going to feel this. We're all going to feel unaware of ourselves. We're going to feel like, what the fuck just happened? Especially since the 23rd, Mercury goes into retrograde, the messenger. Okay, Mercury the messenger. The universe will deliver the message onto you now. Will deliver the lesson onto you. And it's going to really throw you for a loop. So the advice is the things that you were doing before. If there were large projects, just put them off to the side for a little while. That's okay. Roughly, hopefully, maybe right around, keep them on the shelf until Mercury goes out of retrograde, because the universe is coming in now and it's going to mess up everyone's world. And it's going to say, okay, my turn. You listened, you did everything you're supposed to, but now I want to talk. Now I want to spend some time on this. Now I want to deal with this. Now I want to talk about it. Okay? That's what's going on here. That's where this is headed. Alright? The persona of each of us is going to be absolutely topsy-turvy. It's going to just throw us for a loop. That's fine, let it. Let it. Cool. Know that there's a reason for everything. Know that it's supposed to be this way. Know that it's going to take some time. Okay? Know that it's going to be hard. It's going to make you sad. Know that it's going to be difficult. That's fine. It is what it is. Alright? As I look through these cards, I see a lot of cycles ending. I see a lot of old habits ending. Be prepared for that. The things that you're so used to doing will not be... I really see them happening, are coming to an end within this week. Some of you might be like myself and might be smoking, or drinking, or old practices, coming to an end, stopping, going just abruptly even, maybe. Let it. There's a reason for it. Don't be afraid of it. If it does upset you, fine. Get out your journal, write it down. This upset me today. Blah, 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 blah. I'm over it now. I'm ready to move on. Too easy. That's all you gotta do. So, the advice of this week it's not the greatest, but it is if you actually think about it. It's betterment and growth of oneself. And we end with mediation of oneself with, an end of a cycle and a beginning of a cycle. Okay? So, take that into the thought process, let it marinate, and let me know how this week goes for you. Blessed be.